The FIA Formula 2 Championship leaves the Red Bull Ring and makes its way to Silverstone for the British Grand Prix. It's time for a very crucial 30 minutes to decide the grid for both the sprint and the feature race. It's time for qualifying here at Silverstone. Session is go. We are underway. Alongside me in the commentary box is Omi and Jack, and a red flag, guys. Red flag has come out. We've got it's raining, and on my timing screen, a red flag displayed. Nothing at the moment on anyone else's monitor, but according to F3, a red flag has come out, but we're not seeing anything, so unless there's a glitch somewhere on the monitor, but we'll wait to see if we go green or not. But Omi, welcome to you first of all. Rain. Wow, this is going to make it pretty similar to what we saw in F2, and sorry, F3 just a second ago.
Yes, should be basically exactly what we saw in Formula 3 as well, where getting a lap in is going to be crucial before the rain properly does hit. But yeah, it might just be your monitors having a little glitch with the timings. Mine are currently fine, and we are green with all the drivers pushing on, trying to get these first few laps to get the tyres up to the optimal window sorted, so then they can go on the attack. You can see Paul Aaron's also trying to make some overtakes. So they're all trying to get to the line in time to make sure that they can get a lap in before this rain hits.
You're right, it was my timing screen. A phantom red flag appearing, as everyone saw on the above the commentary channel, which I thought, well, I'm not seeing a red flag. Hello, Jack. Ollie Behrman. A little quick this morning. Can he convert it to pole position?
I do hope so, personally. I've got Taylor Barnard as my pick for pole position, but I hope Ollie Behrman can maybe snatch it from me. I do want a Brit on pole today, because I think by my maths there are about 4 Brits in the field today, if my maths isn't wrong. You got, hold on, Sullivan, Behrman, Barnard, no, 3 I think. 3.
Well, Crawford's Australian, isn't he?
Yeah. American.
American. So Jack Crawford is American as well. As Helga, the Norwegian driver, is making the switch.
Honestly, seriously, we need to cut a hole in the roof of the commentary box, because when it's very hot outside in terms of humidity, and you've got a big stage light and all these monitors billowing heat off, it's really hot. It really is getting hot. So, Hauger on a lap time. Crawford's come out the pit lane, by the way. He's done a 2:03.341. So, again, lap times starting to improve. MotoGP, by the way, will be uploaded during this session, and then it'll be premiered. So, you'll be able to watch their practice session as well as the red flags. Sorry, I can't edit those out. And I have fired an email off in the break to Dorna asking if I can cover practice with a pretty please. So we will see if I can.
You mean qualifying?
Yes. So yeah, qualifying, yeah. So I definitely think it's going to be a no for practice, because they're thinking they might let me have qualifying because it's important. So yeah, I'll take qualifying, the sprint and the race. I'll take that live. I really would on Twitch. So we'll reorder the schedule on Twitch tomorrow and move a few things around. It's quite easily done.
So would you still cover Formula 3, or would you go
I'd still cover Formula 3. Megan would cover the qualifying still, yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah. No plans changed there.
You're also doing practice 2. Yeah.
Megan's doing practice. Megan will do practice 2 recorded. She'll do live coverage of the qualifying session and all that jazz.
Here we go with Hauger making his way through to the end of the lap. Let's see what he's going to be able to do now.
Across the line. He's already been beaten, though, by Behrman in that middle sector. So 1:41.151 then, and Colapinto goes second. But watch out for Ollie Behrman, who has got that middle sector fast. Maney, well, that's Bortoletto, 1:41.4. Maney now, 1:41.042 goes top. That's what I was predicting. I saw the timesheets with him setting fastest mini sectors as well. Here comes Ollie Behrman now, though. Should be top. and is top by a tenth of a second. 140.918. First one into the 140s in this session. Oh, game on then. Oh, look at Paul Aron. Current championship leader. Man who was dropped by Mercedes in a development program for Kimi Antonelli. Now proving that he is worth a seat in Formula 1 by absolutely dominating this F2 championship like he did in Formula 3. And Paul Aron, second fastest, but 40 thousandths of a second off the pace of Behrman is an astonishing lap time. They're all so close.
Very close. Yeah, all of them very close together. It'll always come down to those fine margins in Formula 2 and Formula 3 qualifying sessions as well. Now we're going to watch with the Norwegian driver driving for MP Motorsport, Dennis Hauger. Through Copse Corner he goes. Are we getting a wide moment? We are getting a wide moment from him. Just holding on to and hanging on to the car through there for Dennis Hauger.
We are stepping out just over the curb as well on the rear left. Behrman now coming through that position as well. Sunshine now at Copse Corner. I've never known the weather at Silverstone be this unpredictable. It's like we're at Albert Park, where we often call Albert Park the land of the four seasons because you can have anything in one day and all of it in one day. Silverstone seems to be drawing in that mantra. So looks okay to me. I think Franco Colapinto, by the way, thanked the Williams team over the radio and was almost crying for an opportunity. I want to hear that radio. That was so sweet from Franco Colapinto. Now he's had half an hour off and buckled himself into this car, same as Behrman as well. And Hadjar, presumably.
Yep, Isaac Hadjar as well. Gabriel Bortoleto, though, the most recent race winner in Formula 2, of course, taking his maiden win last time out at Austria. Wants to continue.
Takes us now on to that push lap through the loop he comes and through Aintree down the Wellington straight. Let's see what the Brazilian driver can do on this one, Alex.
A little bit tricky through the first part of the lap for Bortoleto. Hauger has gone perfect in that first sector. Let's see what he can do, Bortoleto. He's slightly up on his own performance, a little bit stronger though for Hauger through that first sector, and another swap of oversteer for Bortoleto. Got to make sure you keep the oversteer out of the car on that way into Vale. Absolutely flat out through Woodcote for the Brazilian driver, still sporting his Senna tribute helmet he brought to Imola and then has just kept through the rest of the series, such as his passion for the legacy of motorsport that they have in Brazil, and for that driver into Copse, Maggots and Beckett's. Bortoleto goes, connecting the apex beautifully there through the mid-corner of Beckett's and getting hard on the throttle through the exit into the hangar straight DRS zone.
Dennis Hauger looking very quick. He's fastest through the second sector. Zane Maloney, as you can see at the bottom of screen, fastest through the first. But we are watching on screen Gabriel Bortoleto. The Brazilian driver, McLaren back driver, comes down towards Vale and Club. There goes Dennis Hauger to the top, 140.554. Will he stay there? He's 3.5 tenths quicker than the field. Here comes Gabriel Bortoleto now, currently P10 to the front row of the grid. 140.714 in the background, his teammate to provisional pole position for Kushmaini. Zane Maloney now goes to P2. The driver from Barbados, what an absolutely superb performance for Zane Maloney in the Road in Motorsport. We jump on board now with Paul Aron.
Come across with a purple middle sector. Fastest of the session so far for Paul Aron. Needs to try to connect with the inside curve of Stowe if he can, and washes a little wide. Still struggling with that understeer. I wonder if they'll make a change for him in the stop, but for now it's the apex of Vale, the apex of Club. He's got to beat Miney out front in the Invicta to make his way to a provisional pole position. He manages to do so behind the wheel of the High-Tech. Brilliant stuff from Paul Aron.
Just what Paul Aron wanted, straight to the top for the High-Tech Pole State driver. Joshua Dirksen into the top 10 for AIX Racing. Taylor Barnard 16th. Let's have a look at Juan Manuel Correa in the Dan's Lucas Oil, Alex.
Yeah, it's been a difficult session to some degree for Correa so far. Big swapper then in the middle of Maggot. Manages to scoop it back up again for Beckett. Sitting in 16th position, now turning into 17th for Correa with a jump up for Fittipaldi in the Van Amersfoort Cup.
Zach O'Sullivan, good start to the session for the British driver, P3. He did take a pole position here in Formula 3 back in 2022. It was his first pole position in Formula 3 at the time. 2.5 tenths back, but that's a great time from Paul Aron. Nearly 2 tenths clear from Kushmaini, then O'Sullivan, then Maloney, Hauger coming into pit lane, and we may see a few more following through. There is Zay Maloney making his way down. He could really do with a good result here this weekend. Ollie Behrman 6th, Isaac Hadjar championship rival to Paul Aron, 7th place for him. Then Victor Martins, Gabriel Bortoletto, Joshua Dirksen currently rounding out the top 10. Remember, those top 10 get reversed for the sprint race tomorrow. And the boy from Barbados will take us on to another lap. Zane Maloney over the line, down the Hamilton straight. Here goes the Sauber-backed driver.
Zane Maloney deciding he wants to go again here. Now, this circuit is relatively low in terms of track evolution because it's used so frequently, but if there was ever a day when the track is going to improve, it would be today. We've had rain throughout the morning so far. The threat of rain looks to be moving away from us at the moment, so the track will start to rubber back in, and through the end of this qualifying session should be better lap on lap than it was at the beginning. Subtle improvement for Maloney in the road in. Let's see how this ever critical middle sector turns out for him though. There's so much time to gain and lose through the fast stuff.
Track limit penalties for Dirksen Marty. That puts Antonelli into that 10th spot. Here comes Maloney down to the very fast Copse corner. On the limit through there, that's where the track limit penalties came for Dirksen and Marty, and it looked like Maloney was neat and tidy through there as we come through this very fast section at Maggots and Beckett's. Very easy to make or break a lap there, Alex, but it looks like Maloney got it nice and tidy through there.
Yeah, lovely stuff from Maloney so far. He is down, slightly down on what he's achieved before, sitting in 4th place at the moment, the road-in driver, so may well choose to bin this one and come in for another set of tyres. 16 minutes remaining on the clock. He's got plenty of time and decides he's going to finish the lap, Maloney, despite not improving in the first 2 sectors. Sometimes you can improve on aggregate. Despite that, power on nicely through club.
Here he comes up to the line, and an improvement in the final sector, but not in terms of time. His teammates travelling quite quickly. Ritomo Miata, personal best first and second sector. He's in the all-black livery. We'll see him if he comes over the line. Andrea Kimi Antonelli has brought it into pit lane, so some bailing out of their lap if they felt they weren't travelling fast enough, and one of them being Ollie Behrman, who comes in, and Ritomo Miata does improve, but to 16th place, he'll want better than that on what is his debut at this circuit. Let's have a look at Franco Colapinto. This might have been where his lap time fell away from him.
Commits the car into Cobb's corner, pushes it across the road. It's marginal. They've got those blue lines now on the outside of Cobb's corner. That's not marginal for Joshua Dirksen.
Yeah.
On the outside of Cobb's corner to help define the white line for judges of fact, whether they be beside the track or in race control. There's Pepe Marti also challenging the track limits and not getting through the exit of turn 9. It's really the issue here. It's so close to being full throttle through there. You're right on the limit, Kimi Antonelli figuring out the intricacies of Maggots and Beckett's, having to catch the car, which takes so much energy and effort when you've got such downforce working through the chassis.
So Paul Aron leading by 2 tenths then, ahead of Kushmaini. We go into our half-time in Formula 2, where everyone comes in, sticks on a new set of tyres, finds out where they are in the session, and then we go again, find out whether they need to improve or hold on to their position, as is the case for Paul Aron.
It's not like we have too many runners in the gap, and Ritomo Miata, the Toyota supported driver, did manage to subtly improve his position on what's been a bit of a difficult weekend for him so far. So it's a proper half-time break, as you say, Chris. Yeah. We should get the orange juice out. Sort of take stock. They'll be taking stock. They'll be looking at the data from their teammate and trying to figure out where they can improve on one of the venues throughout the Formula 2 season, which challenges the driver most acutely. And we do see bigger margins here than we see around on many of the circuits around the calendar.
Well, it's certainly a longer lap, isn't it? One of the longest laps. It's a very tough lap in terms of qualifying, and qualifying is exactly what we caught up about with Ollie Behrman yesterday.
I think it's been getting tighter and tighter. This is the tightest I remember it for a while. And of course, tracks that we've been to, like Barcelona, where everyone's done a lot of laps, and Red Bull Ring, where it's a short lap, it obviously lends itself to really close qualifyings, and you have to get a perfect lap if you want to be up there. But I think it will continue on this trend. I remember last year it was very tight in Silverstone as well. But maybe the gaps will be slightly bigger just because of the length of the track and the fact that we don't have as much experience around here as maybe other tracks.
Good to hear from Ollie Behrman. So, as he mentioned, it's a longer track, so that does give the opportunity for bigger gaps, particularly in comparison to Red Bull Ring, where we were last week, for example.
Yeah, it's a relatively longer circuit as well in terms of lap time, so there's more time to lose time, as well as having more corners than Red Bull Ring. But that being said, we see greater talent from down the field here now.
Yeah.
But so close. It's been a good weekend for Behrman so far. P6 in this session has been a nice performance for him, but it's going to be track improvement through to the end of the session here. Track temperature ever rising slightly, which I think will help them build tyre temperature into the front of the soft compound, and don't grain it and damage it to make sure they get that second lap of the run-in, which seems to be where they're delivering the best of the tyre. And wind behind them, let's go for it. Down the hangar straight towards Stowe. Big challenge on the brakes there to make sure they get that middle section, the final sector. Absolutely right.
Good to see so many fans in the grandstands as well. Plenty of excitement around Formula 2 this season already. 3 drivers out in free practice earlier today, as we talked about. So many drivers backed by Formula 1 teams, 11 in total. There's a lot of big...
Just want to take this opportunity to say, screw Dorna. Screw you.
What happened now?
Well, their brand new timing screen system hasn't been working throughout the day, and it crashed with 7 minutes to go of the practice session and completely crashed Megan's laptop. Completely crashed it. Had to restart because it froze. What kind of poor service? You pay for that timing pass. It costs 20 quid a year and it barely ever works. Dorna, you're a bunch of scum, cheating, lying muppets. And the sooner Liberty take you over, the bloody better. Honestly, Dorna are scum. If you're a MotoGP fan or anything like that, don't get any Dorna products. Dorna are scum. Absolute scum of the earth. Never been this angry in my life, because that's just damaged Megan's laptop. Not happy. I'll send them an email of it as well to the media team and say, look, you've got to get this sorted because this is ridiculous. Liberty Media can't take that sham of a corporation over soon enough and get MotoGP back to the high class it's supposed to be. Dorna are a joke. Really annoyed about that, because it cost us this F2 session as well. Oh, do you know what? The rookie, if you're watching, I've never said this before, but I might just screw MotoGP. Screw it. It's not worth it. All the hassle. It's managed by an 80-something-year-old man who has no idea how the world works. And his son, who is so corrupted, it's unbelievable. I don't like it. I don't like it. I hate it. They do not care about the sport. They do not care about the fans' experience. All they care about is the dollar. And I hate it. They've ripped people off with that timing pass. It's unbelievable. So yeah, there's my Dorna angry status of the weekend. To be honest with you, screw it. I'm not even covering the qualifying live. Screw it. I hate it. I absolutely hate this championship. I never thought I'd say that, but I'm hating MotoGP. I really am. It's a shadow because it's being led by an absolute donkey. Here's some good action in F1. F2 with Gabriel Bortoleto.
You have a lot of high speeds, but you have also some low speed, medium speed. So you have all the type of corners. You need to set up your car the best way to the track in an overall scenario, I would say. But also not only the car, but the driving is very important here because it's, as I said, it's very technical. So you need to know where to locate the car in the best moments, where to brake, how to brake. It's very difficult. It's not a simple track to drive.
At least F2 actually gives us good racing, not the joke that we have elsewhere as well to come into it. Honestly, unbelievable.
Indeed.
Anyway,
And we're
Omi,
about to
rescue
get
us. What
the
we have?
final part. Yes, final part of qualifying. About to get underway, so it should be really exciting at the end for who's going to grab pole currently. Who's going to grab pole? Aaron currently does have it, but there's going to be faster drivers behind. With the track also improving as well, the rain seems like it's eased off, so the track will be getting better and better with more rubber that is laid down on the circuit. So we should be getting a thrilling ending to qualifying.
Yep, but this is going to end on time actually as well, so we get a little break before Formula 1. Our on top, 140.181, Maney in second, O'Sullivan third, Maloney in fourth. Yellow flag!
Yellow.
And I
Maybe
eat
not.
my words. What has happened? Who's lost
Who's
it
done
under
what?
brakes? Track has a 6-1. Abby. Green flag?
Green.
Okay. Hang on.
Ooh,
is it?
Paul Aaron.
He's off the track, yeah.
Aaron.
He's gone for a spin. Look, his front left tyre's got tread marks on it as well. Interesting. Also, it's maybe hot and sweaty now trying to fix it all, and I'm in a very uncomfortable, shirt and that lot, so screw you, Dorna. Screw you, MotoGP.
Should hopefully get better.
Things can only get
Liberty Media
better.
taking over.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm happy. I want to work with them.
We said that this time.
Yeah. Oh, Iran did a 720.
Oh my word.
Huge one for the G's.
Oh, he hit me.
Let's have a look. So, 1,
It's a little
2, yeah, 720.
It's little ramps on the curb.
I like seeing a proper spin. It's rare. I want to work with
Yeah.
MotoGP. MotoGP is a wonderful series. Love it. But the people running it are such muppets. I'd love to work with them and just say, look.
Well,
This is how you get fans. God's sake. Oh, Carlos Espinosa, just 5 minutes. I just would not stop talking. If I see him next weekend, Carlos Espinosa, I am stopping him saying, look, this is
Here we
what you
go.
need to do. Look at Colapinto, fastest! And Hadjar takes it through, so it looks like track knowledge in F1's first practice is helping massively, Omi.
seems like it is. Hadjar to the front of the field. Here is Andrea Kimi Antonelli, the Mercedes Junior, pushing on in the first, now pushing on in the second. Let's see what is the second sector time. It's looking like slightly kicking up a bit of dust there as well. He's 5/10 off the lap of Isaac Hadjar right now.
Martens improves up to second position as well. Kushmini improves to 5th with their best times coming through. Taylor Barnard goes 11th. Antonelli then will get dropped down a position. The top 10, remember, reverse. So Bortoleto will have that provisional pole position for the sprint race tomorrow. Hadjar has feature race pole. Antonelli across the line goes 6th fastest. 140.169. Behrman goes into 4th. 139.726. Maloney 6th. 140.038. Bortoleto is out of the final corner now, and he goes 5th fastest. 139.801. But of course, these are only the benchmark times on these tyres.
Yep, indeed, more to come as well from these drivers. Here is Jack Crawford, the 19-year-old from Charlotte, North Carolina, currently pushing on. Let's see what lap time he's going to be able to get on the board. Maloney's had a lap time deleted. Crawford comes over the line. He goes up to P6.
139.826. Here goes Villa Gomez up to 14th. 140.599. This is a replay of Antonelli coming through Maggots and Beckett's. Into the second half of Beckett's, over to Chapel, and completely runs off the track at Chapel that we saw.
Yeah, so lost a bit of time with that, so he definitely has more time to find. What about Bortoleto?
Same thing.
Similar speed. Out wide, and then DRS open and continuing, but that was a lap that took him to P5.
O'Sullivan now looking strong. into the last few corners. Gives it the welly. And what can Zach O'Sullivan do across the line? Is he fast? He's 5th fastest, 1:39.730. For sure, 12th, 1:40.287. Coming across the board now. Maeta, 11th, 1:40.176. Yeah, look good from out of there. Go on, Amy.
Indeed. So let's see what Correa can do. Brilliant weekend in Spain, coming up to some traffic with Amory Cordial, but Correa makes his way through turn number 17, 18, and now will get his foot flat to the floor. The end of the lap onto the Hamilton straight goes Van Manuel Correa, goes up to P14, so cannot make that top 10, which right now, reverse grid pole will belong to Antonelli. Hauger's improving in the first sector. He's a driver who found himself on at P1 earlier on in the session. He'll be hoping to return there once again. He's making his way towards Copse Corner.
And this one is flat out as well for Hauger to keep into it on the inside line. Rear steps out ever so slightly, gets on the exit curb. Spoils the lap times. I've just got to keep it together. No idea, by the way, what's recorded on Megan's laptop and what hasn't, so bear with us if there's a problem. Getting the... Oh, O'Sullivan's had his lap time deleted down to 13th. So yeah, MotoGP practice, that coverage is delayed even further because the recording, you know, Dorna. You know. Oh,
Well done.
screw them. Never wanted to swear so much on air in my life. I'm literally so angry right now. This is why I'm having 2 weeks off. I just can't take this stuff anymore. Hauger, cross the line. Only to third. 1:39.688. Marty's not going to improve. He's going to be stone dead last at this point. He's making improvements, but
Not
no, he's out. No, he's boxing. Marty's boxing. Marty's out of this one completely. Hadjar's in 2. Oh, screw that. That's ridiculous. Hadjar pits. Where's Marty?
So wonder if Marty did have any damage, which is why he is struggling quite a bit.
Just show
Marty
the
goes up to
right
18th though.
pictures, Dawn, as I have Farm. Come on! Show the right cars. It's not that hard. Here comes Maney out of the last corner. Finally, we pick him up after picking up Bortoletto, pick up Hadjar, I think it was the other one. 8th, no improvement. Now can we see Maloney? He's in the Roding car. Come on, there you go. Not that hard to spot with the lime green. God, am I helping everybody out today? The stupid people. Cross the line. 9th, 1:40.001. Not a big improvement. Behrman's on a lap time soon. He's coming out the last corner as well. Stays 5th. Durskin in the other IX car. Come on now, camera people. It's not that hard. There you go. Out of the last corner. Gives it the welly. Rear sliding out like crazy. Joshua Durskin was fastest this morning. 13th only today. 1:40.261. Well, 20 seconds to go, and not much is changing. And lap time for Sullivan. This is why track limits at Copse Corner. Yeah, way off.
Yep, so this will just be him off wide. And that is why his lap time was deleted. Seems like Hadjar's done it though.
Isaac Hadjar in the pit lane has pole position for F2 qualifying. Well, you can't leave the pit lane, guys. Oh, what's happening there with O'Sullivan? He's off the track massively. O'Sullivan's got no grip. And he's backed off the circuit as well. Oh, audio, guys! Come on! Oh. Hadjar there on top, Hauger 3rd, and that's the lap time's pretty much done. Everyone's backed out of it. Isaac Hadjar, pole position. Antonelli has pole for the sprint race tomorrow. That should be exciting for Prema.
Should be indeed.
Both cars inside the top 10, which is also a good thing as well. So, it's Hadjar, yellow flag sector 2, as Durskin's lap time gets deleted for track limits. Hauger 3rd. Don't know why the yellow flag's out in sector 2. So, Hadjar, Martins, Hauger, Colapinto, Behrman, Bortoletto, Crawford, Maney, Maloney. Antonelli gets reverse grid pole. Maeta, Aron, Verschoor, O'Sullivan, Correa, Durskin, Villagomez, Cordial, Marty, Fittipaldi, Barnard, and Stanak in 22nd position. Here's Hadjar.
Yeah. Let's go. Wow. Yes, man. I can confirm you're on pole position. Yes.
Oh, what a car! What a car!
What a car indeed. Final thoughts then, Jack?
Great job, Hadjar. Excited for tomorrow's sprint race to see what happens there with Antonelli on pole. Can he make the most of it, or will the more experienced Zane Maloney on the outside have an advantage? We'll see what happens tomorrow.
Obi?
Looking forward to this F2 race that is coming up tomorrow. Should be very exciting. Cannot wait for this weekend. Antonelli on pole. Will he be able to convert it? You'll have to join us to find out.
Thanks, guys. We'll be back for the sprint race tomorrow morning here on JB Motorsports. Next up, it is going to be practice 2 for Formula 1. See you in a minute.